G'day everyone. The Melbourne Cup Barrier Draw is coming up, and I'm going to do a live stream. Haven't done one since the 2020 Barrier Draw, so that one was successful, so I thought I'd do it again. Massive derby day, obviously very hard to tip the winners. Just watching racing.com now on a different device, and just watching the derby. Manzois, didn't see that coming. Was 4.5 lengths off Sharp and Smart last week in the Spring Champion and managed to turn the tables on it. So that was the first big surprise. Vinny, Zenzella, wow. In hindsight, I should have tipped it. Ma Eustace, Aussie Kahir, Derby Day, what do you expect? Yeah, it'll be a good chance in the Oaks. Barclays Square, I reckon Craig Williams would have if he had his time again, he would have taken it, because as soon as he decided to go back to the inside, a run appeared in between of Pericles and also Distrustful Award. So I'm not going to get too mad about it, but Barclays Square would have gone really close to winning the derby. Frantic tempo set by Fujita San as well. So all round, a weird race day, but that's Derby Day. You get long price winners nearly every single race. So, we move on. Still got 3 more days of the Flemington Melbourne Cup Carnival left to go, and the all-important barrier draw for the Melbourne Cup. They're just setting it up now. Past 2 years, they've had to do it sort of online because of COVID, but this year, I'm hoping it's back to like in the mounting yard, which it looks like they're setting up now, watching racing.com. So it's going to be a great barrier draw and all important, because it's a lot of horses that that'll need to draw well if they want to have a chance in the Melbourne Cup. So hopefully the horses I like draw well. I'm not going to say who they are yet, because the runner-by-runner preview's probably up tonight, and if I don't get it done by tonight, it'll be tomorrow morning. I want to get it out ASAP, because I got 5,000 views on my 2021, 5.2K last year. Hoping to go bigger this year with a bigger brand. I think I got like 20 subscribers or something today just by my Derby Day preview. Got about nearly 2,000 views. Didn't tip the best, but better than Ben Asghari, so that always helps. Talking about other races, Coolmore Stud Stakes, In Secret probably was never going to lose when it came into the 600-metre mark. J-Mac just had it under a hold. Jack and Owen, Brennan Noche got too far back, so In Secret, very, very good. The Empire Rose, she's lickety split with the lightweight, tried to steal it and set it up for the back markers, basically. So La Creek, I thought, may have died on its run slightly. Fitness might have told late with La Creek. So hopefully hopefully La Creek pulls up okay and it's all right. But Ice Bath, Craig Williams went back to the inside when no one else did, and that's what won in the race. So do you think some people on the racing channels are annoying? I think there's definitely a few form analysts that when they talk about like post-race, I think they sort of favour their tips a bit more, like, oh, this horse was unlucky and all that. Guys like Clint Hutchison and all them just sort of talk not through their own pockets, and and they just sort of recap the race. So yes is the answer to that question. Okay. I've probably gone a bit too early. We're 4 minutes into the stream and nowhere near getting the Melbourne Cup Barrier Draw done. So if you want to go get some food for 5 minutes, you're welcome to, because this doesn't look like it's getting on right this second. I think we got to as much as 19 people in the 2020 stream. And that's when I had about 200 subscribers. So now I've got 530. I'm hoping for at least 20 because, I've been picked out at a few race days by fans. What am I watching? I'm watching it on racing.com, but I'm pretty sure it's on Channel 10 as well. Actually, no, 10 News is on. So racing.com, Channel 78, or if you've got Foxtel, 529, or if you've got a racing.com account, it's on the app, which is what I'm watching it on here. So it's going to be a weird draw. This Melbourne Cup field, there's no standout from Australia. That's one thing. There's no standout from Australia, and I don't think the internationals are much better. I reckon Deauville Legend's got a lot of class, but it's a Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old, and it's got to carry the big weight of 55.5 kilos. Do I do Halloween? Nah. Halloween for me tomorrow night's going to be Melbourne Cup form analysing, Melbourne Cup Day. That's my Halloween. Field way weaker than last year. Yep, I agree. Deauville Legend, 3-year-old Northern Hemisphere, colt or gelding, has got to carry the weight of 55.5 kilos, which I don't think will be easy. He's never seen a wet track or further than 2,600 meters. It's just so hard. I've spent so long trying to find the winner. So hopefully, can get at least top 3. I've done Melbourne Cup tips for about 9 years. I've only got one winner. That was Al Mandan in 2016. And I've never got close otherwise. Man, Zoyce, you bloody ripper, got it at $26 yesterday. I couldn't even find it, and I rate myself pretty highly. It was 4.5 lengths off Sharp and Smart last week, which I thought Sharp and Smart would have its measure very easily. Oh, they got the Melbourne Cup field up. This might be the first look. Gold Trip, Jewess, Night Sorter, Montefilia, Numerian, Without a Fight, Kimura, Deauville Legend. This is in number order. Stockman, Vow and Declare, Young Verta, Huya Mals, Serpentine, Deshaun Sweet Jr. And hopefully they tick over to the next page soon. Come on. Get on with it, Nigel. Grand Promenade, Arapaho, Emissary, Lunar Flare, Smokin' Romans, Charlie Rose, Point Nepean to be ridden by Wayne Lorden, High Emotion, Interpretation, and Realm of Flowers. So it doesn't look like J-Mac or Damien Oliver have got rides in the Melbourne Cup. So some jockey will have to either get stuck in traffic or, I don't know, have an illness. And I reckon J-Mac and D. Oliver will be the first one that those trainers call. Well, they've got the numbers up. I can see in the background in the mounting yard, they've got the numbers up. So it looks like they're nearly ready to go. Oh boy, this is going to tell a lot. I've analysed form 100 times. Think Deauville Legend way too short, but a good chance. I'm in love with Arapaho. I've analysed the form 100 times too. I think Deauville Legend is a bit short as well. Arapaho's gone under my skin. I might have to recheck that one. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can say the internationals. The internationals stand a really good chance this year. I think that's true only because the Australian form has been really weak. Like Gold Trip's been okay, but it's got to carry 57.5, and it did it at the Caulfield Cup and ran okay. But if those internationals were in the Melbourne Cup, like Deauville Legend, Huyama, Without a Fight, Kimura, they would have been hard to beat in that Caulfield Cup. And I will reveal something. I was very, very keen on Loft. Extremely keen on Loft. And then it got pulled out. And hearing J-Mac say after his win on In Secret that he was very confident as well made me a bit more ill. But Vets find something that's wrong, you can't turn their decision over. I'm just hearing Brent Zarafa say exactly what we've been talking about. It's a weak field this year. Huyamal, Realm of Flowers, my two bets. I reckon Realm of Flowers did the right thing in not being run today in the Archer. And Huyamal will be on speed with Craig Williams. And Craig Williams on speed in Melbourne Cup usually goes pretty well. Massively keen on loft. J-Mac on it. Can run the distance. Yeah. Well, I thought it should have been favourite over Deauville Legend when it was in the field. But it's not now. I got two winners today. Derby Day, which is a bit better than most racing.com analysts. Surefire, short, and in secret short. If you go back and watch the last race, I had Zapateo. It should have won. And we're looking at the Coolmore Stakes. It's on racing.com right now, the Coolmore Stakes. Still nowhere near the barrier draw, so keep getting your food. It's dinner time almost, so Best of Bordeaux sort of took it up, and Huyamal was sort of right there. Huyamal. I just called... That's Queen of the Ball. And I said Huyamal. Cool and Gatter. Couldn't see it in the finish. In secret, right about the 450 now. It was hardly ever going to lose. Lofty Strike actually ran a pretty good race too. Jack and O just didn't fire. I don't know whether it was at the wet ground or Flemington Straight. Buena Noche ran well from where it was. Then how about Cest Magique? It went absolutely insane. But in secret, I was getting more and more confident coming to jump time. Charlie Rose, question mark. Charlie Rose actually walked past me on Caulfield Cup Day. And it was very, very wintry in the coat still. So if that Caulfield Cup's bring it on like in any way, it's going better than the Caulfield Cup, and it should be getting closer to Gold Trip. So Charlie Rose, yep, got galloped on last year, would have gone close last year, so I don't think you're totally insane. I reckon it's a pretty good shout, Charlie Rose. Still nowhere near getting the barrier draw done, so they're just talking about the races. I should have started my stream at 6:15. I changed it to 6 because I thought it would be after the Morphettville race. But they've taken a while to set it up. Just waiting. So just reiterating, Melbourne Cup runner-by-runner preview out tonight if I can get it done. But if I can't, it will be out tomorrow morning, hopefully. Yeah, it will. It will. What am I saying? It will. I remember the last live stream we did, it was like a preview of Caulfield, and the internet dropped. And everyone was wondering what was going on. That was my lowest point. Mick D on absolute fire right now. Get on Lunar Flare, doesn't mind the wet, and good turn of foot. It's also a good shout. Lunar Flare was good behind Francesco Guardi last start. Won the Bart Cummings. Can't be dismissed. I'd probably prefer a few internationals over it, but definitely a top three chance. Gold Trip can carry the weight, big show class. Well, he proved that in the Caulfield Cup. Whether he can do it at Flemington over 3,200 is a bit of a query, but he loves the heavy ground, from what I hear. Can you shout out his after look? Can you shout out Sam Vidor? He said after Loft got scratched. Vidor, shout out to you. If incentives was in this race, would be $1.80. I'm assuming that's incentivized. Incentivized, yeah, he would have won. Incentivized would have won if he was in this year's edition, and he was all good with veterinary issues. I miss Incentivized. He would have been such a good horse. Oh, and what about Craig Williams getting dumped by Ice Bath after the post? That was a great sight. No, it wasn't a great sight. It was. What I meant was it was a great sight to see Craig Williams just jogging back because it's so unique. You don't normally get that in jockeys. Expecting heavy rain on Tuesday. I think Liam O'Keefe said that, and I think he said that they're going to be on a heavy track. Hopefully not too heavy, not like bogs so that some horses don't handle it. So for those watching, I'm going to Peninsula Cup Day tomorrow at Mornington, so I'm going to put my tips out on my Twitter account tomorrow morning as normal around 10:30 to 11 o'clock. Mornington's our local track, so we'll go there for Peninsula Cup Day. Weather doesn't look great, but so be it. It's racing. Hopefully Mornington doesn't get washed out. Any thoughts on Knight's Order? Brave in the Caulfield Cup, and Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott will get him to stay. Can give a side like Twilight Payment did. I wouldn't totally wipe it out of contention. I prefer a few others, like the horses that beat it out of the Caulfield Cup. But I reckon Knight's Order isn't the most terrible shout out there. We're up to 28 people in the stream. I said hopefully at least 20, so broken that goal. If we can get to 30 during the actual barrier draw, if they decide to do it tonight, that'd be insane. Racing up in Sydney was good as well. We had I Wish I Win take out the Golden Eagle just. Looked like it was going to win by 5 like it did that day at Caulfield and ended up just falling in. Fangirl fast finishing late. That was a cracker. What do you think about Jewis and Allegron? They've been falling short of performance. Are they capable of being in the first 5? Allegron's not running, and Jewis, yeah. It ran actually okay in the Caulfield Cup, but it'd have to improve lengths to be anywhere near the Melbourne Cup finish. Private Eye, yeah. Private Eye was a good winner as well. Lost and Running loomed up as if it was going to win with Eduardo, and Private Eye soared over the top. It was a good run in the Everest by Private Eye. Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old Dover Legend, too heavily weighted to be so short. Well, Dover Legend follows a similar path to Cross Counter. Cross Counter won the Melbourne Cup, but it carried 51 kilos. It was also a Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old. Dover Legend carries 55 kilos, which is 4 kilos more, which is not ideal. But the field, I don't think, is as strong as it has been, so it might not be that bad. Here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for, the barrier draw for the Melbourne Cup. I'm turning it up. Here we go. Don't want to draw 24.
The official television broadcast is about to kick in. So there's a little, there's just a... Good afternoon and welcome to the barrier draw for the 2022 Lexus Melbourne Cup.
Who's that?
The race that stops a nation. And all
I know his face, don't know his name.
23 to find out what barriers they will jump from, and then ultimately on Tuesday who will win the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
This is interesting.
Nervous connections ready to draw their barriers, but before we proceed, let's hear from the chairman of the VRC, Mr. Neil Wilson.
Go Neil. Neil Wilson's giving a speech.
Victoria Derby Day. The race lived up to expectations. What a thrilling finish. Really delighted.
Who your fave pre-draw? As I said at the start, I can't give away too much, just so I can keep you anxiously waiting for my runner-by-runner preview. But I have hinted at a few horses that I'm keen on by my tone of voice, and I will probably be a bit biased in my commentary throughout the barrier draw. Okay, here we go. This is the start. This is exciting. Oh, this is important as well.
The first horse is horse number 19. Horse number 19 is Smokin' Romans.
Smokin' Romans gets the first barrier. If you tune into the Futures Bet series, you would have got Smokin' Romans at 100 to 1 for the Melbourne Cup. Not too bad in the Caulfield Cup was Smokin' Romans. Did okay. Now this lady's coming up to draw the barrier.
What is it, Don? Show me. 16.
Barrier 16 for Smokin' Romans. It'll push forward. Wow. Barrier 16 for Smokin' Romans. It'll go forward. Might get trapped out wide. Jewess. Jewess is the next one. Needs to regain some form, Jewess, but barrier 10 for Jewess. That's about as ideal as you want for that horse. That's going to get around midfield. Good run.
Horse number 8, the next horse up is the International and the favourite,
Deauville Legend. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Good luck drawing the barrier. 9.
Barrier 9 for Deauville Legend. That's about as good as you could have hoped for if you like that horse. That'll be around midfield as well. Next one up.
The next horse, number 14, is
Darshan Sweet Jr. is the next one. So far, Smokin' Romans, barrier 16, Jewess 10, and Deauville Legend 9. Darshan Sweet Jr. Number 13 for Darshan Sweet Jr.
Next horse out. Number 5 is number 5, and this is Numerian, trained by Annabelle Nation, to be ridden by Tom Berry.
Numerian's the next horse.
Is representing.
We'll want to go forward.
Good luck, Liz. Barrier number 7 for Numerian.
Barrier 7 for Numerian. That'll be a good gate to put it on speed. Yes, Smokin' Romans, question mark. Go for it. Here comes Emissary, the Geelong Cup winner, defeating Surefire, who won the Archer Stakes today. Barrier 3 for Emissary. All these early horses are taking up the good gates. Deauville Legend, not an Australian 3-year-old. But it's a Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old, so that still counts in my books. Kimura is the next horse. This is an international for Ben and JD Hayes.
Number
17 for Kimura. That could prove challenging. And on the outside of Smokin' Romans won't help it either.
for the cup is number 10, which is the cup winner of 2019,
Vow and Declare. Ran okay in the Caulfield Cup. Probably not as going as good as he was in 2019. Gate 4 for Vow and Declare. It'll be on speed, giving itself every chance for Blake Shin.
Horse number 21. Horse number 21 is Point Nepean.
Number 21, Point Nepean, won its way into this race by winning the Andrew Ramsden, I think.
And Jerry Ryan, I believe, is drawing the barrier. number
20 for Point Nepean. Wayne Lorden rides that horse.
Horse number 23. Horse number 23 is Interpretation. Made its way into the field as one of the last entrants today. Aussie Kiers had a good day. He's had a winner today. He's looking to win another Melbourne Cup after being a part owner.
Interpretation, the next horse. Barrier 6.
Barrier number 6.
Barrier 6 for Interpretation.
That is a lovely gate indeed. Horse number 3. Horse number 3 is the next horse, and that is Knight's Order.
Horse 3 is Knight's Order. Knight's Order.
Darren the Jersey is drawing.
You want a good gate because it leads.
Oh, it's the
24 for Knight's Order. Well, it's going to have to do a bit of work to get to the front.
24.
Hey, Salmonator, I can race call. Look up Benny calls it. Yes, I've watched all of those. You're a brilliant young caller. One for the future. Oh, I just missed who they've called. All right, they've called a horse up. I've missed the barrier.
Barrier number 2 for Stockman.
Barrier 2 for Stockman. I'm pretty sure that ran today. I can't remember. But gate 2, it'll be buried.
Horse number 16 is Arapaho.
16 Arapaho.
The trainer, Rachel King, will be
That
riding in the cup.
person in the comments who loved Arapaho, this is for you.
Barrier number 19.
Barrier 19. Not ideal, but at least it's not 24 like Knight's Order.
Horse number 4. Horse number 4 is Montefilia.
Horse 4 is Montefilia.
Cup trainer David Payne to be ridden by Jason Collette. Montefilia. Andy Giles. No, not Andy. Or is it Andy? Yes. Barrier number
Montefilia, barrier number 11. Really good in the Caulfield Cup.
for Montefilia.
Can win. Good gate.
Horse number 20 is Charlie Rose.
Horse 20, Charlie Rose.
Wild is the trainer
Another person in the comments who commented on Charlie Rose.
for Charlie Rose.
Could be a knockout hope. 22. 22. Not ideal, not ideal at all. Arapaho gets back anyway, yeah. Horse 22, High Emotion, the Bendigo Cup winner on the week. Back up. Eight. 8 for High Emotion. That's pretty good. That's really good.
Good luck to the team with High Emotion. Michael, horse number 11. Horse number 11 is Young Verta from the
Young Verta
stable. Young Verta.
was well fancied last year. 21 for Young Verta. Ooh. Not ideal. Not ideal at all.
Next horse out is number 12. Huyamal, the international.
Okay, this is big. Huyamal settles on speed, so it'll want a good gate.
House and Adrian Bond in the barrier will be drawn by Craig Seasby. 15. Barrier number
15 for Huyamal. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Horse number 15 is Grand Promenade. Harry Coffey will
Grand Promenade. Dave Eustace hinting this morning he probably won't appreciate the heavy conditions, but we'll see what happens.
It's okay. Barrier number 1.
Number 1.
Promenade
Grand Promenade's drawn gate number 1.
is the town of Yea represented in the national suite.
It'll be buried
Number 13
in the wrong part of the track.
is Serpentine.
Serpentine ran really well today, gave Surefire a contest.
Today in the Archer drawing.
23 for Serpentine. So the two leaders are actually going to be drawing the two outside gates.
Here we go. Barrier number 23.
They're getting down to the last few now.
Horse number 6. Horse number 6 is Without a Fight. The son of
Without a Fight, number 6. This is another
and it's good to see
good hope.
drawing the barrier to be written by William Buick.
18.
18 for Without a Fight.
18 for Without a Fight. It'll have to get into the 3 wide line around midfield.
Melbourne Cup.
Or it could push up to be in the first couple of horses.
Is
Realm of Flowers. Someone in the comments hinted at Realm of Flowers, so good luck.
And Barbara McClure is drawing the barrier.
This lady's having a long think about which barrier. Barrier 5, that's a good pick. For Realm of Flowers, it'll be closer than expected. Gold Trip. Now, this is the big one. 14. Good gate, gets back. Or to midfield or so. It'll be in the 3 wide line. I think that's it. Lunar Flare. Lunar Flare number 12. That's a good gate for that horse as well. So there you go. That's the Melbourne Cup Barrier Draw, all done and dusted. Gee, that went quick. Should have taken a bit more time in between, but it's all right. So from what I can recall, the big winners are Deauville Legend. Oh, here they go. Jewess, good winner. Night Sorter, not so great. Monophilia, really good. Numerian, really good. Deauville Legend, a winner. Vow and Declare, pretty good. Young Verta, nah, not a winner. Huyamal, not bad. Serpentine, yeah. Dashan Sweet Jr., not bad. Grand Promenade will just get buried back on the fence. Arapaho gets back anyways, someone said in the comments. Emissary, gate 3, probably too far to the inside. Lunar Flare, good gate, really good gate, number 12. That's probably the biggest winner. Smoke and Romans, Charlie Rose, too wide. Point Nepean, probably not a winning chance anyway. High Emotion, pretty good gate. Interpretation, pretty good gate. Realm of Flowers, really good gate. So, out of all that, what's its name? Deauville Legend, Gold Trip, Lunar Flare, Jewess, Monophilia, they're probably all your winners, and not the winners are Serpentine, Night Sorter, and any of the horses that drew sort of outside. But that's the Melbourne Cup Barrier Draw live reaction for 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get right on to making my runner-by-runner preview because I can't wait for the race on Tuesday. It's going to be a cracker, and I'll see you all then, hopefully tonight or tomorrow morning.